Welcome to the show that is the life hack. Chaotic commentary. Everything's on the table. Nothing is sacred. News, sports, politics, sex. That one time at band camp. You never know what you will get, but you will laugh, think, and be informed. Let's spend a little time with chaos.
I mean, did you miss me? I missed me. I missed me a lot. I'm a big miss me kind of guy. Hopefully you missed me. Welcome to Chaotic Commentary. I am Chaos. I am the man with all the Facebook degrees, every single one of them, the microphone in front of his face. So everything I'm saying absolutely positively must be true. So let's play radio, right? It's been a little while. I keep a little hit and miss on it. Sometimes you just fall out of a rhythm and it takes you a minute to get back into it. And a couple times I was like, well, let's crack the mic and talk. I'm like, I don't know if I have anything interesting to say. So now we're just going to roll with it. So I found this interesting. I mean, TikTok. TikTok is taking over the world. Everybody loves TikTok. It took me a while to get on the TikTok train, and the only reason I really did is because I put out a bunch of reels for the other podcast, Swipe Wrong, that we do. And started to learn about it, figure it out. It is interesting how many people actually watch it. So think of your parents. Think of maybe when you were a kid. I don't know, depending on the demographics that's listening. Just think 25 years ago. So wherever you're at, and if you're under 25, talk to your parents about it, because nobody was streaming anything on their phones. No, I mean, it was barely anything was being watched on a computer. YouTube really wasn't a thing. Google ended up buying YouTube and then blew it up and became a phenomenal thing. TikTok is turning into that, to where it's something that this is how people watch TV now. Like, people don't sit there and go, hey, what's on Fox tonight? What's on CBS tonight? What's on NBC? No, it's like, hey, did you watch that thing on Netflix? Amazon has this. Hulu has Dope Sick. And if you haven't seen Dope Sick by now, you need to check it out. That is, it's fucking crazy. So, people do that, but then it's also, as you're killing time, you're standing in line at the grocery store, or you're waiting for, I don't know, your daughter or your son that you're picking up, or you're waiting for your date, whatever it is. You're flipping through Facebook, you're flipping through Insta, you're flipping through TikTok, and you're watching all the reels and stuff that are out there. So I had this incident about a week ago. I think it was last weekend. There's just some crazy winds in the Midwest. Crazy winds. I mean, it was like going to be tornado weather. I'm surprised I didn't see one. I'm surprised one didn't touch down. If there was, I just didn't hear about it. But I can't believe there wasn't one in my backyard. Well, the house I'm living in right now is it's a rental, thank goodness. I sold mine, and I'm just kind of sitting back, chilling, relaxing, enjoying life as it is. But the winds were so crazy that it blew down the fence in the back, like big side. And this is a privacy fence. This is a good 8 feet tall privacy fence, and there's sections of this fence that are just laying on the ground. So, of course, I take pictures of it and I send it into the management company. I'm like, hey, by the way, just so you know, probably should get someone out here and fix this and take care of it. So they'll come out and do it. But I take pictures, I send it. I think I posted it on Facebook. That's exactly what I did, just to laugh about the winds. And then just a few days later, I had advertisements saying, hey, do you need a quote for a fencing company or anything? Just how they pop up because of the way the algorithms are. Everybody's watching. Big Brother's watching. Little Sister's watching. Whoever you want to call it, they're watching. Well, when you're watching TikTok is watching. I mean, like, same thing as Facebook would. I mean, like, they see what you watch, your patterns, and they also kind of have an idea of, what you're going to like. Now, TikTok, and one of the reasons why it's kind of divisive is it's owned. China pretty much owns TikTok. And I'm not here to spin a conspiracy theory, but you also get ads. You also get they can go ahead and dictate the advertisements you see. And the reason I bring up 25 years ago how you watch TV, well, when you sit down and watch TV, you have when you have primaries going on that just came through, you see people who are sending out their pitches. This is paid for by blah, blah, blah. This is paid for by blah, 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 to pitch their vote. And at least it's regulated a little bit. Well, TikTok's not. So like when you think you're seeing, some sort of advertisement, that might be an algorithm based on a fence that might have blown down, or it also just might be something that they're kind of pushing. Like, China, we'll just say, since they own it, they can push the ad material that's coming your way, that you're checking out, the things that you see. And you just, like, I don't know. It's just, it doesn't mean that anything bad is going to happen or anything wrong is going to happen. It's just a little uncomfortable. It doesn't like it should be sold to a U.S. based company where it falls under some different regulations, and therefore, like, what you feel like is, look, you're not sheep, and I'm not saying like you don't have an opinion, but when you get dealt enough information over and over again, it is innate inside of you, and you kind of start to absorb that as your own opinion, unless you do some serious digging and kind of realize what the hell is going on. I could tell you just the show I mentioned, Dope Sick. The only reason I even took, well, I can't say that. Someone mentioned it to me. But then as soon as I started mentioning it to other people, ads started dropping. I mean, like, things, you are influenced by what you see. And the way you people watch TV now is entirely different than how people watched TV 25 years ago, and it's regulated entirely differently. So think about that. Like TikTok is one platform that you just want to be careful of. It's a lot of fun. It's a cool. I mean, like, I've gotten some good traction from that site to the podcast. So people are on it for a reason. There's a lot of funny shit out there. But again, there isn't like any regulation, and it's not run by a U.S. based company. And I'm not saying that it's a conspiracy theory. I'm just saying be careful. Just be careful. That's all I'm saying. So speaking of the primaries, votes were just actually kind of tallied up, and hopefully you voted. I voted. But hopefully you took the time to go out there. I used to get in discussions with Tommy Noodles, one of the best people on the planet. And, he got me, like, I used to think that if you didn't vote, you don't have an opinion. And, I have some people who think differently in that. And then Tom told me his vote's so important to him that, if he doesn't find a candidate that he, thinks deserves a vote, that he doesn't vote for him. Some people think that's asinine. I think that's an interesting take. So, but hopefully you got out there. Hopefully you voted. Now, this is probably like my 12th or 13th podcast that I've done, different shows, maybe even more, since 2013. And I've been doing, behind a microphone in some capacity for about 20 years. And it's been a lot of fun. It's a hell of a lot cheaper than therapy. I thoroughly enjoy it, blah, blah, blah. And sports is almost always something that I end up talking about. Like, it's just the passion, especially sports, and then throw in some sports betting, where that's just become awesome. A whole bunch of fun. Some people cross stitch. I like to sports bet. That's what we do. So much so that, Wood and I even did, a couple of shows here recently, I think in this feed, talking about, just some tips and tricks and things like that as football season was getting started, but also as the primaries were coming. California was going to be voting on, legalizing sports betting. And they had two different types of two different things to vote on the ballot. God, I'm losing my train of thought. But one was you could go to an Indian casino and walk in there and place a bet just like you would at the counter in Las Vegas, or actually, where the other states have already passed it. Indiana for one, Illinois another. I think there's 17 states that have passed it, and the other one on the ballot was online sports betting like DraftKings, FanDuel, Caesars, BetMGM, BetRivers, blah blah blah. All the ones that you see. And I was like, cool. I'm so happy. My boys out there in Cali, they're going to be able to bet. They're going to be able to, just take advantage of some of the sign-up bonuses, and hopefully, just enjoy it the same way that I do. So that's why we did a couple of shows talking about what we wanted to kind of give tips and tricks and all that stuff, to insight that we've found over the years. Neither one passed. It wasn't close. It was actually not even close. It was like a 3-1 no on the online sports betting, I think, and like 2.5 to 1 on the Indian casino sports betting. It might have been vice versa, but either way, it wasn't close. And I was like shocked. I was like, there's no fucking way. I can't believe that. I mean, yeah, granted, in my mind, there's no reason why it shouldn't be done. I've been doing it for as long as I think I've been breathing. And when I lived in California from 2018 to 2020, it was easily 8 to 15 trips a year. I mean, during football season, it was about 9 to 10 trips. We're going at least every other weekend, I would say, just day tripping it sometimes. And then over the course of the year, March Madness and other things like that. But luckily, it's a quick trip. Arizona's legal, Nevada's legal, so at least they'll still have something. And boy, the bookies are happy. That's for sure. But it just kind of blew me away. I guess that's my own bias there. Like, I just didn't see any reason why it wouldn't be legalized. And it wasn't even close. Now, I know not a lot of people voted for it, and maybe it'll be up again in 2 years or maybe even next year. I don't know. But I feel kind of bad, That's just part of my DNA. So I don't know why I think it should be a part of everybody else's. But anyway, it's nice to be back. Hopefully you've got about 10 to 12 minutes of distraction on your drive or whatever that you're doing, and hopefully got a little bit more insight, especially when it comes to the chaos that's going on TikTok. I'll be back on tomorrow. So in the meantime, you just be good to each other.